So when we talk about the level of trade, this is telling us how much of its production are exports. So this is a separate thing, right? This does not equal the trade balance. The level of trade is measured as the percent of exports out of your GDP. Some percent. The factors that influence a nation's level of trade are the following. The first one is simply the size of the economy. We here in the United States enjoy a relatively large economy. So there is quite a bit of options to trade compared to, a small country like Luxembourg. Secondly, the geographic location. People will often trade with neighbors because of similar cultures, languages, and it's just cheaper, right? Just when things are closer, it's cheaper to ship them. It's cheaper to go and visit and check out the product before you get it shipped over, whatever the case may be. And then lastly, there's a strong influence that the history of trade happens on. So this especially has to do with colonialization. So, especially Great Britain, they have certain special trade relationships with former colonial, former colonies. So, for instance, the one that comes to mind is Jamaica has these really amazing banana plantains, but because Chiquita banana has the U.S. market on lockdown, we don't import those bananas into here, but they all get imported to the United Kingdom because Jamaica was once a colony of the United Kingdom, and so they have pre-existing trade ties, and so as a result, they're able to kind of get around whatever WTO rules that Chiquita banana finangled in order to, corner the market on global banana supply, which is a real thing, which I'll have to find a podcast about now that I'm throwing shade at Chiquita banana. Please don't sue me, Chiquita banana. So trade deficit. So the level of trade, usually we want it to be a lot, right? Usually the more that you're exporting, the better off you are. But when we talk about trade deficits or trade surpluses, those could be good, could be bad. Even having a trade balance of zero could either be good or bad. So having some sort of trade deficit or surplus is not in and of itself a good or bad sign. What we really want to be asking is, whether the economy is borrowing and lending, whether that lending or borrowing makes sense given the particular economic conditions of that country at that time. So again, like with most economics things, it's more nuanced than it first appears. I wish we could just say positive number good, negative number bad. But, we could also look at trade deficits, meaning that we are attracting international capital, right? So maybe they just need a rebranding in order to be more attractive to the public and not be under attack so much and under such bad publicity. Questions on trade deficit versus level of trade?